don't let me be. I've been taken to really low destinations, but somehow I keep rising. I keep defying gravity. Is there gravity or is the mass just me? Is the earth really flat? Can you imagine that? What if we live in a dome? What if there is no other place in this galaxy to call home? What if pain really feels good? Cause it's pain that shapes us, right? What if the ones we love, we have to fight? What if we really get more work than a night? My third eye keeps me in tune with things. It guides me. It's amazing. Third eye. Third eye. My third eye exists. Upright is pineal gland. I'm bowing down and I evolve with this. Ready for the trip. I have a sister and a brother. Two Martians just like this. They're what I call heroes. They shining in the sun. Powerful conquerors. Forceful golden ones. Sources but life comes from. Strong focus, balance and beyond. Parallel roads, same journey. We learning, becoming creatures made anew. Lyrics keep coming through. Third eye. Third eye. I fly so high, I spy with my third eye. Portals, warp zones, phone home. I made it. Tesseract, dimensions, zoning, travel, insight, the force perception, reality. Third eye. Third What's up, y'all?
Good day.
That was Third Eye, made by yours truly.
I hadn't heard that in a long time.
I know. We got one more for y'all because y'all know I'll be trying to get hype. Here we go. Don't stop until you get enough. Don't stop. Yeah. Don't stop. stop until you get enough. Don't stop until you get enough. Don't stop until you get enough. Don't stop until you get enough. A moment of clarity. Live in the feeling. Give yourself to the music. Don't stop until you get enough. 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 Bye, yo. What's up, y'all?
Good day.
Today is, let me see.
Friday.
Today, Friday the 13th. Today is Friday the 13th. Dang.
That sure is.
Yeah, today is Friday, February 13th, 2026. We welcome you to another episode of Freedom Stars After Dark. My name is Steve Osborne.
Kevin Upson.
Thank y'all.
Definitely after dark.
Yeah, we after dark, after dark, after dark. Like, really after dark. Like, supposed to be sleep after dark.
This might be one of our latest recordings.
I think so, too. So, today, our topic is, are we all connected through germs? I know y'all be like, they be having some off-the-chain topics. Those of you guys that are still subscribed to us, we thank you very much.
Thank you all for subscribing.
All of the new subscribers, we welcome you.
Watch hours. Thanks for all the cash apps and donations.
Yeah. And
what the cards were?
the cash app.
No, what was the she sent the gift certificates.
Oh yeah. And
gift certificates.
It was something else. It'll come to me. But go ahead, what you were gonna say?
Yeah. All the subscribers, watch hours, and the donations and the shares.
Yeah. So
appreciate you guys. Thanks for building out our page.
Oh, our topic is, are we all connected through germs? But can we start it off with the halftime of the Super Bowl?
Oh, go ahead.
Magnifique. I loved it. Now I'm getting to know who Bad Bunny is, but I don't know who Bad Bunny is, but he gave a hell of a performance. It was good to me. Even though the whole thing was in Spanish. I'm from Miami, so I learned Spanish. I went to Spanish every year in school, every year,
Spanish
of my life.
I said, no, Spanish Paquito.
You know something. But when I tell y'all, that performance was top notch. I know it's a lot of controversy going on about that, but we'll talk about that later. But Bad Bunny, you did your thing. Congratulations.
Shout out to the Latinos.
Yeah.
And Puerto Ricans.
Viva Español, Viva Hispaniola, Mexico, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Panama, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Belize, just everywhere Spanish. I know I left a lot out, but yeah, that was, I think that was one of the best Super Bowls halftimes I've ever seen. That was one of my most favorite, I gotta say, because it was educational to me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what America is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
There's so much diversity here.
Yeah.
And we should all embrace it and be proud of it. Because that's what make America what it is.
Everybody from somewhere else, and it is what it is.
As long as they come over here, as long as they're here legally.
Legally.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as they're here legally, there shouldn't be no problem. So
yeah, so we gonna get off of that, but yeah, I just wanted to give 2 thumbs up to Bad Bunny. Yeah, that was a heck of a show. Okay, so where to start at?
Germs. I know. For the most of it, we seen what the cause can what can happen with germs if you don't wash your hands and don't think about somebody else by covering your mouth when you cough if you have a cold or have a virus. We've seen the outcome of that, and so that's definitely about germs. So we lost a lot of people because of the spread of the germs.
So would you say that like pretty much the majority of the world is connected by germs, connected through germs, some kind of habit?
I don't know about connected, but I know we just spread it that way because we would have never you would have never got COVID if it wasn't for me being out in the world. Yeah. Because once you cut off from doing barbering. Oh yeah. Outside and stuff. Yeah. And then I had to go. And the crazy thing was, the job that I had the most exposure to the public, I didn't catch it like from there. I caught it from a concealed place. That is wild, yeah. Yeah, because when COVID had hit, the shop I was working in at the time, everything was dwindling down. And it got to the point where, people was at home. But the crazy thing I want to say about right when COVID hit, I knew I was going to be leaving the shop eventually. So the customers just got really weird. And I want to talk about this one man because, they was talking about COVID being on surfaces of different things. So we got this one customer. He comes to the door of the shop, and it was one of those doors you pull to, come in. You pull it open and go in and it close. This man at the door, he stopped, and you can see because the door is glass. He stopped, he took his handkerchief out of his pants pocket, and he shook it, and he used his handkerchief to open the door. He came in, and he put his handkerchief back in his pocket. And I'm sitting here in my barber chair, and I'm looking at him like, people were so foolish with their germs. Because what you just did, if it was COVID on the handle, you just put COVID in your pocket. And everything else that's in there that you want to end up touching later. And then when he left out, he took his handkerchief out of his pocket again and he touched the door to push it open. So you done possibly put COVID in your pocket twice. Wow. Now you finna go home. No. Now you finna get in your vehicle. Wait. Let me back up. Now you finna take your keys out your pocket and put COVID on your keys. Then you finna put COVID on your steering wheel, COVID on your door handle. What you gonna say? Yeah, pretty much the same thing. But yeah, a lot of people were real naive with how that was, because when the job that I had, I ended up coming up with the shields to make them inside the store. Before you know it, shields were everywhere. Because, I worked in the hardware store. So the crazy thing about that is, working in the hardware store, I'm not going to give that a shout out for the name, but working in the hardware store and working with plexiglass, we have boxes, not only in the warehouse and the store, the warehouse in Gainesville, where all the shipments that distribute to. All those boxes sat around with thick dust on them. Wow. For years. Plexiglass was sold short in short increments. Like if somebody break a storm door, they have a plexiglass and glass. They come in with these weird shapes of plexiglass. How they want it cut? Yeah. Right. Okay. And the most it was sold was for people that wanted to have a sign, to have something to protect the glass, protect the paper, or or whatever the sign was made out of. You want protection to put it between other than glass and put it between plexiglass. That's the only time it was sold. Oh wow! COVID hit, every scrap of plexiglass was sold. Every single sheet. Wow. And not only was it sold, the prices went up. That's that, gouging. Price gouging. Yeah. Every bit of it sold out of the store, every bit of it sold out of the warehouse. That's dirty. To the point where they actually had to sell, they had to actually have the order from the companies.
That's dirty when companies do that price gouging thing.
And I'm telling you, they made money. You think they made money off of masses? Not only that, all the masks was sold out. Every single and N95s are supposed to be the best ones. All of them sold out. All of it. And then like the Panthers mask, you couldn't find anything in the store.
Dang.
You couldn't find anything in the store. Then it got to the point where they were saying there's a certain amount that you can buy.
Oh, they put a
limit on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that COVID era, man. If it's any time that we should have learned about germs, that was the time.
And then washing your hands.
Yeah, and washing your hands, man, it's just so serious.
Washing your hands. And covering your mouth when you cough.
Cover your mouth and when you sneeze. Yeah, and the thing about it, when people sneeze, you can sneeze into the cuffing part of your elbow. You can sneeze in there, or you can lift your shirt. Cause what I do if I got sneeze, I'll lift my shirt up. I'll sneeze in my shirt. You know what I'm saying?
People are literally right out in the open.
Who did that?
Hatcha!
When my father lived with us, when we was taking care of him, anytime he sneezed, he just gave you a full spray. It was he gave you a full spray.
Like a comedy skit.
That's nasty.
Yeah, like a comedy skit.
And the older you are, you're supposed to really, really know better. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Then he had some type of something going on with him with a coughing and sneezing and blowing his nose.
He did that one day. We was leaving the doctor's office. He did a sneeze. I jumped out of the truck so fast and so hard. I had my eyeglasses sitting in my lap.
Yeah.
My eyeglasses fell and hit the surface of the parking lot, and they had messed up.
Wow.
And I told him, like, you supposed to cover. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care about your dad. Nobody want to catch no cold or no germs.
That is like way. Really nasty.
You're somebody's.
And inconsiderate.
Yeah,
that's just crazy.
That's very nasty.
And if I can talk about nasty, let me see something. Do I got that position right? Cause I didn't check it this time.
What do you mean?
The hold on, y'all.
Yes, it's sure good. I said yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cause I didn't really. I guess that's okay.
Yeah, all of me, all of you.
Okay.
And a little bit more.
Okay. But yeah, if I can touch bases on something, that same shop that I was at, that I wound up not working at anymore. When shops and barbershops, hair salons, everybody had to eventually start closing down.
Having shields, and that would have been.
No, that came later.
I know, but I'm saying that would have been. You know
how
stupid that is for you to be a barber and have a shield between you and your customer.
Yeah, that's
how you gonna cut their hair.
Yeah, they came up with all kind of crazy.
You got all this kind of crazy stuff. You had to.
They came up with a lot of crazy ideas. But the barber shop I was working at, this was when we got here from California. That was the shop I worked at.
Directly a month after.
Yeah, I ain't got no humongous history, like no big chunk of history of working in people's shops. Even though I have worked in people's shops, the majority of my hair career, we've owned our own shops.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Here, 6 here, and then 2 in Washington.
Yeah, and then Washington. Yeah. So because you had to do your own. Yeah. So what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so this shop, I had accumulated a bunch of feelings over the course of time because these barbers I worked with, what was that word you said? Can I say nigga shit?
Yeah.
It was a bunch of nigga shit. And I'm gonna break it down to you. So first of all, me getting in there, when you the new barber in the shop, you're usually uncomfortable there for a while, I guess, until you prove your point that you're working, your ethics, who you are, blah, blah, blah.
Then you become a threat.
Yeah, once they find out who you are, then, because first you might not be liked because you're new and, they don't know nothing about you. Then when they find out.
You can cut hair.
Yeah, so when they find that out, so they usually put you in that front seat where you're uncomfortable. And you were there new, so what I did when we got back here, I called up a lot of my old customers from, before we left the East Coast and moved to the West Coast. People I hadn't spoken to in a long time. I'm like, I don't know whose numbers are still the same.
10 years.
But yeah, I was able to round up enough people, to earn a decent income. And then when you a new barber in the shop, you get the new customers, which they throw all of the babies at you. Babies and kids, for me, those are the hardest customers to service. Because they don't be still, they cry, they sweat. Kids is not easy. So that's one of them. And then they threw all of the gay customers at me. Because none of the barbers in there, if these guys can look and noticeably tell somebody is gay, oh yeah, he'll get you, Steve will get you. I'm like, wow. So it's like I'm getting to see who all gay. But you know what, Kevin? I kind of want to push that down just a little bit because, hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Okay, I feel a little better. You see the difference? Okay, yeah, so, what started happening over the course of time? We still talking about germs, but I'm going to get to that point. What started happening over the course of time, once like Kel said, they started figuring you out. My cutting skills was good, all that was flowing well, so now they want to know who Steve is. So some of my customers are gay. I got gay customers, straight customers, all kind of customers, polka dot customers, purple customers, whatever. So a lot of gay talk has started surfacing around, about just different things, like customers are coming there, then they'll leave and this and that. What really baked my noodle, what really put fire under my pan was one of my good friends, our good friends, Winston, came into the shop. Winston, we've been knowing Winston for probably it's been over 20. Yeah. It's been over 25 years, almost 30 years. Yeah. And yeah, we've seen each other grow and evolve throughout time from our early 20s all the way into our 50s.
Has so many degrees.
Yeah, so Winston is my dog.
So many different
credentials, degrees, certifications. He from the island, so y'all know them island people. When they come to education, them island people, they go in. Yep. Winston got every license and certification known to man. He's an inspiration. Doctor. Yeah, or an astronaut. Because he'll call me and he'll be like, oh, I got this license, I got this certification. But yeah, to make a long story short, Winston had came into the shop, one day to get his hair, because Winston got the haircut, the Beijing. Wait, no, he didn't get the Beijing that day. Oh, I'm going to tell y'all why he didn't get the Beijing, because this specific barbershop didn't have a sink bowl.
That was crazy.
Strike. So he came in there, we talking, we happy to see each other and all that. So I'm looking around, all of the barbers giving this crazy look, like, this nasty look.
Back up 1 second. The Beijing, y'all call that blackout?
Yeah, they call it blackout too, yeah. So, after, what Winston did, Winston noticed all of the crazy looks too, which means that I guess these guys were homophobic. I don't know what was going on. But anyway, we in our zone. Cases. Yeah, it'd be closet cases when they have a problem with it. So we in our zone, we catching up, we talking like nobody around us exists, even though we see what we see. So when Winston had enough of all that, Winston just fell asleep. I'm still cutting his hair. I don't know what I was doing, twist or cut or what I was doing, but I'm doing his hair and he knocked out. So it's like once I finished, I gave him the mirror, he's satisfied, he paid me. So when he leaves, this barber next to me, he says, Steve, let me ask you something. I'm like, yeah. He said, was he a sweet potato? I'm like, wow. I said, what you mean by that? He told me, was he gay? I'm like, wow. I said, so what if he was? So, they started saying what they had to say about gay people. I already know, I'm about to be out of the shop. COVID here. I'm finna get him a piece of my mind from all of these months of bullshit that I have accumulated about them talking about the whole gay thing. So, here we go. Once they said what they had to say, I let them know of all of the credentials that Winston have, what a brilliant person he is. And they still like, well, he's still gay. I'm like, so they like, it didn't matter. I hit pause, and I ain't talking about one of them kind of pause. I hit pause like, stop. I said, you know what? It's shop full of people. It's a Saturday. I said, I'm finna tell all y'all in here something right now. I said, just about everybody in this shop in one way or another is gay. I say, first of all, I'm pretty sure everybody in here got somebody in their family is gay. And then in one way or another, all of y'all are gay. You know what I'm saying? They let me own the flow, and that's probably the most I ever talked that in that tone. I said, let me explain. So I say, since I've been working here, all of y'all have been bragging about the females that y'all done fucked, had sex with, whatever word you want to use. And it done been to the point where some females that come up to the shop to bring a barber lunch, you know they done had sexual dealings, right? Then some of the customers sitting in there waiting for a haircut, they done dealt with this female too. So they'll be bragging about, yeah, man, you know, she give head and man, her this and her that and blah, 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 and this and that, right? I said, I have been in here for months looking at all of y'all brag about having been with the same female. I said, I'm finna tell y'all how the majority of y'all in one way or another is gay. I said, because more than likely, this female y'all bragging about, she done sucked his dick, and then he done kissed her in the mouth. I said, he done ate her pussy, and then his dick was in her pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be nasty, y'all, but I'm just letting you know how everything crosses. You get what I'm saying? So any female that's messing with multiple men, if she's performing...
the same man, the multiple men are friends and they're sleeping with the same female.
Yeah, so this the thing. I know we using some kind of this ain't a kid show.
No.
But imagine Jane Doe, right? She get with John Doe. She done perform oral sex on him. He done ate her out and they done had sex, unprotected sex, whatever your case may be. Even when you have protected sex, you still exchanging DNA in some way or another. So Jane Doe from performing oral sex on John Doe, then she get with Tom Doe, they kissing. Remember, John Doe dick was in Jane Doe's mouth. Now Tom Doe kissing her.
Now all of that, he's gonna be eating her too. Because...
Yeah, then John Doe that had his penis in Jane Doe vagina, the same vagina that Tom Doe finna be eating where dick was at. I don't mean to sound this graphic, but I'm just letting y'all know how everything is pretty much...
know how sex is done.
How everything is...
As this is not a education class.
Yeah, just like the X-rated. But I'm letting y'all see how, you know, I was explaining to them how everything is pretty much crisscross. Some dudes like to come in female's mouth. Oh, she swallowed too. Okay, that same chick that you kissing, she done had semen in her mouth.
from Tom.
Some dudes like to ejaculate inside female. That same vagina that you eating, somebody done nutted in that. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that means that you are carrying the DNA of another man in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because of the things that you have performed orally. And then if she done sucked you off, and she done sucked him off, you carrying the DNA of another man down low, because it all mixes in. I said that, they was looking like... And it goes further, but that's just letting me, you know, give an example of what I'm saying.
What about the kid that went off on them?
Yeah, so then, this one must accumulated...
How far that went before... That came up after that speech you gave.
All of this stuff kind of happened at the same time. Like, right when COVID hit, and we, you know, because they say shops was going, you know, they were saying what was going to take place. So I'm like, you know what? I'm finna exit here.
In the dark comes to light.
I said, I'm finna exit here, and I'm finna load all of this shit off. So it's a Saturday again, and it's a young man coming there. And he's probably like, I want to say 18, maybe 19 now. He's of legal age now. So, nobody in the shop wanted to deal with him. So they give him to me as a customer. And he's telling the barber next to me, he's like gesturing at the bottom of the barber's station, which is some open drawers. And he was like, you know, telling him doing that. He wanted a drink. So whatever been going on before I got there, they was drinking with this young man. And the barber was like, you know, like...
And they're all over 20.
Yeah, they all grown ass people. No. Probably 40s, yeah. Because they was in their 40s. And the crazy thing about that, I was the oldest person in the shop. Yeah, I did not know that because they seemed like way older than me. And this female walked in there. She, you know, welcomed me to the shop, a customer. She said, y'all got this young guy working. You know, she asked me how old I was, and I told her. She's like, wait. She went down the whole lot. She said, like, how old are you? How old are you? You know, all of them were younger than me.
Wow.
But yeah, let me get back on that, the young man.
Young kid.
So the barber next to me was like telling him, you know, no, like, you know, he was trying to like shoot him out from talking about that. This kid, I'm cutting his hair and he got pissed. And it's a Saturday and he didn't care who was in there because there was people in there with their kids and all that. So he just started talking crazy. I don't even know if I should say all of that.
Well, you kind of address it. You know how you got to say it because
oh my goodness.
What we're on.
Oh, huh?
The way you had it, because I think some of the stuff he said.
He said a lot of bad stuff. I think these words can be said,
but it's the way you had to say them.
Oh my goodness.
But he spilled out everything that went on in the shop when you wasn't there.
This is what I'm gonna say. Once they didn't give him a drink, all of the things that he said pretty much exposed those homophobic, supposed to be straight barbers. It exposed them of being gay or whatever you want to call it,
or at least experiencing
or bisexual as they call it. Because he said some stuff that I'm not gonna even repeat, but he started insulting people in various ways, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I just wanted to say that part, that the people that are homophobic about gay people because they like, oh, it's a man with a man or a woman with a woman. You got to look at your own life, because if you out there in the field and you messing with females that's messing with other men, more than likely you have the DNA of that other man within your system. You're carrying, and depending on how many females you mess with, you're carrying multiple DNAs from multiple men that female has messed with. You know what I'm saying? Or if she done been with another female, if she done been eating the female out, and then you kiss her, so you got that female that she been eating out, you got that DNA going on in you. So this whole gay thing, I don't think it should be viewed the way it's viewed, because the whole world is, we're in my opinion, in some way or another, we're all connected through germs. We're all connected through DNA. We all connected through some source of transfer of communicable association. Yeah. So yeah, but when I told them that was just that baked all they knew. And another thing I'm gonna say about this shop,
doctors actually said that.
What?
Pretty much, a doctor said that those exact same things. If you kiss someone, you're kissing the person that they ex and whoever else they dealt with, because brushing your teeth and all that doesn't, gargling and all that stuff doesn't really take away all the DNA that's in your mouth, because your mouth is filled with germs.
And the other nasty thing they used to say, like the dudes that talk about how good they ate this female, like they had this saying that they called fresh out of the shower, you know. So the thing about fresh out of the shower, everybody don't clean properly. You know what I'm saying?
And they already said that about females, about how
just because somebody done been in some running water, or if they done been sitting in water, that don't mean that they're properly cleansed. You know what I'm saying? Just because they done have water and they out the shower, it still could be dirt, you know, there in certain places.
Yeah, because after you get in a shower, get a let your body dry off and get a clean white washcloth and wipe it across your face, or wipe it across your arms or your cheek.
Or other areas.
Yeah, your cheek. See, the one that turned brown.
Yeah, so that was another thing. The other thing that got me about this shop is that they didn't have a shampoo bowl. So the nastiness in that is that the fact that I was 1000% very serious about sanitization and cleanliness of my tools on a daily basis. That means that if they ain't got a shampoo bowl, I'm cleaning my tools in the bathroom. And that's not good. You know, in my eyes, that's not good. Mm-hmm. They didn't clean their tools. They just came and picked up the same comb and just used the same comb. That's why so
many people break out.
I seen so many effing hair bumps and keloids, and I ain't never seen that much in my life like that.
Wow.
Using the same brush without clean, just the next customer, I was like...
Who was that customer? Oh, we were just talking about that just a couple of shows ago. The same customer... the same barber that would take the little thing that you shake your hair off and dust the seat out. And
that was in Tacoma. I was working in this one shop in Tacoma, and this guy that worked next to me, y'all know the duster that we get the hair off of your shoulders and your face? This guy, when his customers get up and leave, he would use that duster to dust the seat where they were sitting at and dust the foot part, you know, to get all the little pieces of hair. That same duster he would use to clean the next customer face. I was like...
The face, the neck, the shirts, yeah.
That is super effing nasty.
It really is. Especially if you go that far with somebody's ass was sitting in their feet. You know, walked in the bathroom, you know, walked all outside and everything. Then you gonna turn around and use the same brush and put it back in somebody's face.
And I'm happy.
After you done cut their hair and open their skin pores and stuff up with that alcohol, you know, that's
nasty. And I'm happy you said what somebody asked me, sitting, which brings us to the next topic. I'm very mental about so much when it comes to germs. So if y'all can imagine a chair in public, okay? The bottom of our pants or dress or whatever you wear, whatever you sit on, that's like one of the dirtiest things of apparel. That's one of the dirtiest things on our clothing, on our apparel, because imagine somebody, I'm gonna say somebody that takes the bus to work, right? So first of all, they walking from home to the bus stop. They sitting on the bus stop. It done been a lot of booties on that spot, right? Germs don't just magically disappear.
Yeah.
Then they get on the bus. They sitting in that seat on the bus.
They only clean that bus once a day, and that's in the daytime. Some people clean it in the afternoons, but that's only the first day part of the day, and then the time they have a break if they do that.
Then you sit on that person sit on that bus where a lot of asses done sat, right? Then this person go to work. Whatever they're doing at work, sitting down, break, whatever they doing, they sitting down, getting up, whatever. Then when they get off from work, they get back on the bus, sitting in the seat that a bunch of asses done sat in. Then they go home. When you get home, what's the first thing you're supposed to do? You're supposed to take off them pants, take off that dress or whatever. Yeah, we're going to get to that part. Take off the pants, the dress, whatever. But what people do, they keep it on. Some people sit on their bed with them same pants and dress on. Some people sit on their sofa with them same pants and dress on. Some people sit at their dinner table. So what you're doing, all of the germs that your ass done collected from out in the public, you done brought them germs home. You done put them on your bed. You done put them on your sofa. You done put them on your chair at your dinner table. The first thing you're supposed to do is take those pants off and put your comfortable, whatever, comfortable clothes. And the shoes, like Kev was just saying. When you go out in public with your shoes, everything that you step on becomes a part of the sole of your shoe. And I'm going to say for men, for example, when we go into the men's restroom, sometimes we can go in that restroom and it can be a glaze of piss on the floor. Shining.
Sometimes.
You step on that piss to go to the urinal, right? Your shoes, technically, everything that's been on that bathroom floor is now under your shoes as well. Yep. So that means that when we get home, we're supposed to take our shoes off
at the door
and walk around in our house, you know what I'm saying? With house shoes on, socks, barefoot, whatever. Okay? And that means that, say, if a person, and I'm going to say women too, because I heard women bathrooms be nasty. Women say I done heard women say that. Yep. So, if you done stepped on all of that stuff and then you get in your vehicle.
Not to mention just walking around outside, people spit on the sidewalks.
Yeah, so many different ways.
People piss on the sidewalks, yeah.
So many different ways. Yeah. And I was going to say, like, once people get in vehicles, those floor mats, that's nasty. Then your pedal and your brake seat. And your seat, your car seat. And guess what else is dirty in your car real bad? The steering wheel. Yep. And guess what else? The keys, because it's bringing us to the gas pump now. When we get that gas pump, if we ain't got gloves on or we ain't got some kind of shield, we touching the gas pump handle that millions of hands done touch. People done been digging in their nose. People done been coughing. People what you say?
Digging in their ass.
Yeah, so them gas pumps, we do that. And then we get back in our vehicles and our hands go in our steering wheel.
You notice I always have gloves on. Yeah. I'll use paper
from the dispenser. Yeah, so it's a lot to think about. That's why I say I believe that we're all connected through germs. Because them gas pumps, I don't ever see no attendants going there with like no type of sanitization things, cleaning all the pumps, the pump handles. It's just a lot.
The most you ever seen, I think, in time, when people were wiping everything down was when COVID hit.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that much. Yeah.
Other than that, no, nothing.
And it was crazy too, cause right before COVID hit, we had that friend of ours that we was helping out that had stayed with us. So right before COVID hit,
that was before. Yeah. No, that was right before it hit. But that was some nights or weeks before. It even, because you were already that way before we even left Georgia.
Yeah, I'm real crazy with germs.
In 99, 2001, 2002.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
gonna say, yeah, so we had this one friend of ours that was down on his, luck in life or whatever. And Kev had ran into him in public and, called me. So we was like, cause we hadn't seen him in what?
Years.
Yeah, like a long time. So he basically was in a situation where, he was homeless and he was sharing with us some of the struggles he had went through and all that. So we was all, we just moved back here. He could stay with us to get himself together. And then we was all supposed to, like get a house together or whatever. It was a few of us. So make a long story short, during that time we was living in an extended stay. So, extended stay about this big. So I don't know, my mind is always operating. So I had noticed every time he go to the bathroom, you'll hear the toilet flush. We go to the bathroom to do number one, we go do number two. No matter what you do, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. It should be some running water you should hear following the toilet flushing. Never did I hear running water. This guy that was down on his luck, we welcomed him to our food, etc., etc. So there's one day he went to the bathroom and then he came out and he got a bag of chips that we had. And I'm like, he is really like digging his hands in chips.
No, you stopped him before he. You stopped him before he put his hand in. You asked him, did he wash his hands? And that's how y'all got into the argument.
It was chips and it was he had the
gummies.
Them was yours actually. Remember the gummies? I told you when you made it home. I said don't eat them. Yeah, he had to put his hand because Kev had this little gourmet little bucket of gourmet gummy worms.
Who gave me? Somebody gave me those.
I don't know, but yeah. So he wanted some gummy worms and that was one thing. Then there was another thing. He was in there like cleaning between his toes.
Oh.
He didn't wash his hands after that. I let stuff build up, and then like, who is that? Frankenstein and Herman Monster smoke shoot out my ears. But yeah, so we was having this situation where I was telling him, I said, I know you grown, but I think you need to wash your hands, like, cause I started breaking down all the different times. He tells me that a doctor told him that hand sanitizer is good enough, and I don't even know if he was using that. Yeah, so I say the thing about hand sanitizer, everybody feel like that's the magical potion, right? Hand sanitizer retards germs. It doesn't eradicate germs, it retards them. And when you use hand sanitizer, even though it evaporates, it doesn't disappear. If you use hand sanitizer 10 times in one day, you have 10 layers of hand sanitizer on your skin.
Let me tell you something. They changed saying hand sanitizer. Now it says it kills germs.
It does?
Now, you were right the first time. It wasn't. It was just regular.
Oh, so it's new hand sanitizer?
Now it's new, yeah. It kills 99.9% of germs.
Oh, I seen that back then on hand sanitizer.
You really? It says it kills?
99.9%.
Okay, yeah. I thought that wasn't always like that. I thought it was like it dumbed it down. I always thought I don't know if I've always seen that.
I remember seeing that a lot, yeah.
But well, now it kills. Now it says it kills germs.
Well, if it kills germs now, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know when that started? No.
Cause I just noticed it. Looking at the thing at work Thursday.
Okay.
I almost saying to myself then, I was like, did they always have that on there?
I remember seeing 99.9% on different ones.
Well,
I won't say any names of them, but
yeah. I just happened to see that. I meant to bring that up to you because
okay, well that's good.
I remember seeing it. Just noticed it Thursday.
Yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, if you use hand sanitizer 10 times in one day, you got 10 layers of hand sanitizer on your hands. So I guarantee you, after using all that, if you go to a regular sink with regular running water and regular soap and wash them, you'll still see a bunch of dirt come off your hands after you didn't use hand sanitizer all that time. So
layers of dirt.
But that's what our dispute was, and my thing is he was fighting back. I'm like, running water is just running water. Yeah, running water and soap is the bomb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's the bomb.com.
Yeah, it's always killed germs.
So from us having this dispute, he just had all he could have and he couldn't stand no more. He storms out of the extended stay, and when this happened, this was past midnight. He storms out of the extended stay, and next thing you know, the police wondering what he doing roaming the streets. You know, he ain't have no ID on him.
A certain part of Georgia.
Yeah, we was in a certain part of Georgia where you don't be just walking around in the street at no 12, midnight, 1, 2, and 3 in the a.m.
What they
So,
call
yeah.
that? Ungodly hours.
So what happened after we had that dispute, we hadn't seen this guy for days. So something told me to look him up and, online and see, because sometimes you never know what you'll see. And I seen where he was locked up. I'm like, what the F?
Yeah.
So yeah, he got locked up because he didn't have identification on him. Just, I don't know what he was doing out there when he had stormed out in the streets.
Because the cup he had that big cup, and it was mixed with alcohol.
Yeah.
It wasn't beer, it was liquor. It was liquor and like Coke, 4 or 5 different mixed drinks.
Yeah.
Like a broiler, what we call broiler makers.
And so after that situation happened, like you said, that happened way before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But sooner enough after that situation happened, that's when the COVID thing hit, and they were just expressing how serious it was for people to wash their hands. And that's when we was like, you just went through that with such and such.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it's just wild. It's just wild. But yeah, that was me myself. Had somebody been helping me, I'm staying with them, ain't paying them nothing. They asked me to wash my hands.
A little thing like
I'm
washing
not about to
your hands.
argue about that.
No. A
'Cause
little thing like washing, that's all it is. Oh,
Yeah.
sure, let me get in and wash my hands.
That's not.
And remind myself to wash my hands anytime I flush the toilet.
Yeah, sometimes you get up for the hell of it. If you looking at TV, just go wash your hands and come sit back down, just for the hell of it. It don't take that long to wash your hands. But yeah,
And it's helping you just as much as helping everybody else.
Yeah. And I got my notes too, y'all. So the next thing I want y'all to think about, and this is probably our grossest episode. I want y'all to think about cell phones. Because I did a little survey among certain people to find out different things.
They're filthy.
Cell phones are nasty.
You notice
AF.
you always see me have those little packs, alcohol packs to wipe your phones and your
The
screens
best
and
thing
stuff off.
any of us can do is just clean our cell phone all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finna tell you why. Because like I said, I did a survey amongst people and this and that. And then I'm going to tell you something gross. Okay, so and I'm going to tell you the gross part first. So I'm doing this one female hair, and her screen is glitching. It's like doing this like crazy dark light with lines. And I'm like, damn, what's wrong with your phone? She tells me that she was using her phone while she was on the toilet, and she said her phone had fell in the toilet, but when it fell, all of the water had been flushed out, and she got it just in time enough before it filled up. Okay, if that's the truth, then why is your phone glitching? That means your phone got wet with toilet water, which means you was using your phone
on the toilet
while you was pissing or taking a shit. This is what I want to say about that, because I know that that's a common thing amongst people.
Wait, and then she put her phone in a bag of rice.
She said that, yeah.
What she did with the rice after she finished?
Oh, I hope she didn't eat that rice. I hope that rice went
Think
in
about
the
it.
garbage. Yeah, people got this thing about rice that maybe it works. I don't know. I never tried it.
I know, but I haven't
Nobody
heard
throw the
anybody
rice
say.
away?
No, I haven't heard anybody say they threw the rice away. Maybe they did, but I've never heard anybody said, that may cost me a bag of rice. I had to throw a whole bag of rice away because I put my phone in some water and had to put my phone in some rice.
But yeah, I'm like, if she got her phone out of the toilet before it filled back up, it wouldn't have been glitching.
It wouldn't have been glitching.
So the thing about that,
it glitched because it got wet.
Yeah, when people use their cell phone when they're on the toilet, you gotta wipe. You know what I'm saying? Your hands.
And where you gonna sit your phone at?
Yeah. So
And if you're in public, where you gonna sit your phone at? They're gonna sit it down somewhere in that stall.
Oh, whoa.
Where every nasty type of person have been in there.
Whoa. Which finna bring me to another part. Okay, so I want people to understand this. When somebody uses the bathroom, whether you're male or female, you're going in that restroom, whether you gotta, when men, we pee standing up, females got sitting down.
Urinals.
Everybody do, number 2, sitting down, I guess. But, so here go another thing to think about. Okay, say male, female, transgender, whoever. You go in the bathroom to go do number 2, right? First thing you're doing, if it's a dress, however women do with their dresses, and with men, you zip in and pulling your pants down and sitting down. When you get up after you done wiped and everything, before you wash your hands, you gotta pull your pants back up. You gotta zip it back up. You gotta buckle it back up. You gotta put your belt back on with them same dirty hands because you ain't washed your hands yet. So after you done did all of that, then you go wash your hands. But guess what? You done already touched all of this.
Everything else, yeah.
People don't think.
Mm-hmm.
People don't think.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you when that thought dawned on me, it was a while ago. I had to do the jury duty when we was in
I've always
Seattle.
thought about that because only time that I don't do that is when I'm at home. Because I wash my hands before I pull my pants up and stuff at home. That's the only place you feel comfortable to do that at. Anywhere in public, you go be in a stall somewhere. You're not gonna walk out of the stall with your drawers and your ankles and wash your hands and then pull your pants up.
So what I'm saying right now, I think that what's gonna come into existence is gonna be what they call bathroom packs, where you take some type of bag with you in the urinal and you.
Or they should have hand wipes and those buddy wipes
at the thing
in the bathroom with the toilet paper.
Yeah.
So you can wipe your hands for to clean them with the hand wipes. You can, when you go to wipe yourself, you can have the wet wipes and the toilet paper. Because I think the only person that ever said anything about that as a man publicly was Terrence Howard.
Oh, okay.
And that was years ago. Terrence Howard was saying that a grown man shouldn't just use toilet paper to clean himself with.
Okay. And you know who got on men real good about that later? Kevin Samuels. We seen the episode of Kevin Samuels.
I gotta give it to Terrence Howard, the actor. He said it before Kevin Samuels about using wet wipes.
Okay. And wet wipes is like the bomb now.
Yeah, that was before they got that big. But yeah.
But
I think most public places now should go with the wet wipes and the toilet paper. Because you should have both, the one to clean yourself with and then to clean your hands with before you pull your pants up.
Yeah, because I seen this one thing where they were doing a study on
germs,
the biggest germs that were out in the public, and the biggest germs.
That was in the buffets.
Yeah, that's true too. What I was gonna say, the biggest germ that they saw out in the public was fecal matter.
That's what I said. It came from them doing that in the buffets to see about when people go to the bathroom to come back out.
Yeah, they did it there. They did it multiple places. So what they did, what Kev is saying, they went in a buffet with the swab tips, and from the ladles that people pick their food up with in the all-you-can-eat buffets, they were swabbing all of the ladles and the big spoons and spatulas. Then they went to ATM machines and they swabbed the little digits that we tap when we getting money or whatever. They went just all these different places in public swabbing, and they went back to a lab and they was testing all of the different swabs. They found fecal matter on every sample. It was other things too, but every sample had fecal matter. Even money, change, dollar bills, and they did like random female purses. Like they went in female purses because female keep makeup and stuff. They were swabbing makeup cases and eyeliner pencils. They found fecal matter in female purses. Credit cards. That was the biggest germ that they were finding in so many different public places was fecal matter. And getting on what you said, because we used to be big time buffet eaters. This was a long time ago during our meat eating days, like a long time ago. And I vividly recall, you sitting there for all you can eat. We used to go there hungry. We want to eat all we can eat. So, from time to time, you might have to go to the bathroom, pee, or whatever your thing is. And it's times that I done been in that bathroom, and when you going in there, you'll see guys that, they leaving urinals going straight out. Or they coming out of stalls and they just going straight out the bathroom. I'm like, damn, they ain't washed their hands. You get back out there onto the little eating floor. Them same guys that ain't washed their hands, they scooping they mashed potato. I'm like, them the same hands that have been taking care of business in the bathroom. And I'm pretty sure females do the same thing.
Well, if I saw it, I'd call them out.
Because I ain't gonna say the female name, but we used to, when we went to buffets, it'll be a group of us, but we had this one female friend of ours. She came out And she was looking, she said, y'all know, that bitch right there didn't even wash her hands. She came out the bathroom. So
Yeah,
she was like,
it
it was a friend girl of ours. She was like, I do not want no macaroni and cheese. She was looking at everything that female was getting. She said she don't want none of that. So yeah, but yeah, them germs, it's crazy.
I said what told it all was COVID.
Yeah.
That's what told it all, because even though people are overdoing it, like out in public, like you walking around on the sidewalk, they're saying that if you cough, that it's gonna go over your shoulders and spread to the person walking behind you, all that kind of crazy stuff. Now I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Because that is too, you're out in the open, and it's just, I mean, exactly, no air blowing at all.
Mm-hmm.
For germs to just stay in one place like that. That's silly. That was really silly thinking that you can walk around outside and catch COVID.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm happy you mentioned it. Okay, yeah, this was the craziest thing me and Kev used to always trip out about. So we knew that when COVID hit, we was like, we just gonna catch it out in the wild, because we weren't getting no COVID shots, because first of all, we didn't know what was in the shot.
They didn't even know what was in the shot.
Yeah, and then some people professed and they put their life on it about how important it was to get the COVID shot. And I'm like, well, damn, did they manufacture it? We got associates, friends that was like, y'all need to take that serious. Y'all need to get y'all shot. Then we'll find out later that they got their shot. They got their COVID shot and they went through this illness. Then when they healed, they caught COVID again.
Mm-hmm.
We had this one friend of ours.
Times.
Remember this one friend of ours? She went to go get her COVID shot. Her first time, they told her she was good. A second time, she just had to go get all these different opinions. Her third time, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Her third time, she went somewhere. They said she had COVID. It's like she wanted to get it.
She went the first time and got a negative. She went the second time and got a positive. She went the third time and got a positive.
It was the second time was positive too?
Yeah.
For real?
2 times, yeah, because the first time said negative. She went back again
and
got
tested. She wanted to make sure that,
yeah,
I don't know.
She went back again and got tested, and then they told her she had it. The first one said she didn't. The second one said she had it. Then she went for the third one. The third one said she had it.
And what happened with that, I said, well, what if you caught COVID from going into places where people are trying to see if they got COVID, you going around it? What if you caught it that way?
Probably was what happened.
That's just crazy.
You putting yourself out there. You went to 3 different places where people were standing out other than yourself getting a COVID shot.
And some of them had COVID.
Yeah, and they had COVID.
Yeah. So by the time she had got COVID, me and Kev had to heal from COVID. So the situation we went through, I think she didn't understand, and it kind of hurt me a little bit, because when she had COVID, she was supposed to be home resting. She had a family situation, where she felt like she needed to get up off of her sick bed and go, where she should have stayed home. I won't get into the details of that. But she sends me a text message asking me, can I go to her house and feed her dog, give her dog water, and take her dog for a walk? And I'm like, we just healed from COVID. And if you got COVID, that means your house got to be sanitized, aired out. Mm-hmm. Your dog needs a bath, etc., etc.
She didn't do none of that.
I'm back well from COVID, so I'm doing hair again. So I got customers that are coming around me, so I need to stay 100%. So I sent her a text message apologizing and telling her that I don't think that'll be a good idea, because your house, all of that. And then I'm like, you really should be home yourself, because wherever you at right now, whoever, it's a long story with that. So she sent me a text message. Like I guess we was playing tennis a little bit with text messages, but she kind of went off on me. Like, she was not feeling what I was saying. And to me, she wasn't being understanding. And it's like, we went through a little situation where it's like, I feel like it had affected our friendship. Like, but I think you should be understanding enough to know that even if you got the flu.
I mean, there's still know that it's serious.
Yeah.
That it was so serious that you had to go get 3 opinions. It's serious enough to listen to somebody telling you that your house is filled with germs, that you did not clean or sterilize your house, and you want somebody to walk into your house where it's closed up, and those germs are still airborne.
And even with the dog fur, just So even when somebody got the flu, if you go into somebody's house or somebody's room, yeah, more than likely, you know, it's microscopic things in the air. You know what I'm saying? So
you've been coughing and sneezing in your house, and it's no air circulating. You didn't spray no alcohol, no bleach,
disinfectant.
You're not killing no germs. Those germs is in your house and stuff.
So yeah, I just felt like she wasn't understanding.
People have colds, you see. People get Lysol, they're wiping stuff down, doorknobs, and anything that's touched, they spray it in the air, because when you spray it in the air, it kills the germs in the air. Because the viruses are airborne.
And the thing you was talking about too that I'm gonna get on. So what me and Kel was tripping about when COVID was here was that these people wearing the mask. They say everybody gotta wear masks. So this is the thing that I want to say about the mask. So when you're out in public touching things and you putting your mask on and taking your mask off, whatever your hands didn't touch, because I'm pretty sure they're not washing their hands and every time.
It wasn't.
You're putting whatever
and they had
germs.
The same gloves on.
Yeah, that was another thing, because some people wanted to wear gloves. Okay, so if you ain't getting COVID or germs on your regular hands, you getting them on your gloves, and you still touching the mask that's going on your face. So that mask is supposed to become like a biohazard. Like I was seeing masks everywhere, just when people ain't need them. Those supposed to be dropped in. You know how they drop needles inside those. Those masks was supposed to be dropped inside like them biohazard containers because it was that serious.
Yeah.
The other crazy thing with the mask, me and Kel will be out in public and we'll see people in vehicles. They're the only one in the vehicle and they got a mask on. I'm like, well, damn, they finna get themselves COVID.
To this day.
Like, you finna make yourself sick. Then we'll see some people, you know, getting a early AM walk or they afternoon AM walk. They walking through a nice area with trees and wind blowing in the sun and nature. They got a mask on. I said, damn, the trees finna get them COVID.
People were saying that
they was going crazy with their masks.
They were saying that COVID was out in the air. Out in nature.
If you walk in between trees in a park, I don't think you can go wrong with that fresh oxygen. That's oxygen.
If the trees can take the carbon monoxide and produce oxygen,
damn.
The virus ain't nothing to that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's when you're supposed to be out there just taking deep breaths. Yeah, we got plants in here to clean the air. So if plants are cleaning the air inside of a place indoors, imagine what they're doing outside.
All those trees.
But we seen people going crazy with the mask. So we start telling people, because people, they can't leave well enough. If that's what you do, then that's what you do. Oh, y'all need to start wearing y'all masks and this and that. So here go another thing about the mask. When you have that mask on, you're breathing your carbon dioxide back in. That's gonna make you sick. So
dizzy, because you're not getting fresh air.
You breathing your waste air back in, because all that's not going through that mask. And some people have fancy masks with. I seen diamonds and some people was painted real. I seen some creative masks.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just you breathing all of that back in. It's just crazy, man. Yep. It's just crazy. Nobody seen that. Like, yeah, it was wild. And we had went to this one club with a friend girl of ours, and she had a mask. Remember, we ain't had no mask. The clubs everywhere, they was just that price gouging thing again.
Yeah. Cause
for us to get in this club with our friend girl, we had to buy masks at the door. The masks were $5 each. We spent $10 for 2 masks.
That were like 99 cents.
That was crazy.
Yep.
Let me see where we at now. Y'all ready for this? Dressing rooms. When you go to the mall, some people got this thing where they gotta try clothes on and you know they gotta look at their butt in the mirror and you know see how they look. Okay, I'm speaking from a man's point of view because I know the female point of view can get way nastier. Okay, men, when you go to a mall, a men's clothing store, and you got 3 pair of pants or whatever, and you feel like you gotta go try them on in the dressing room, think about this. Somebody ass, dick, and balls then been in them pants. They legs, if they've been sweating, that don't disappear. Some people don't wear no drawers.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Yep.
I'm letting y'all see how I think. Cause when we buy clothes, it's a one-shot deal.
They just go willy-nilly.
Yeah, we washing. Yeah, you're right. It's something to think about. It could be not just saying pants. It could be a shirt. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't put deodorant on. Some people be sweaty. Maybe they ain't take a bath. I do not try on clothes.
Some people have rashes and.
Yeah. And women, I'll leave that to y'all to think about how gross that can get. Because you know what I'm saying? Shoe stores. When you go to a shoe store and you got to try on shoes. Imagine how many feet have been in them shoes. It's just so much. Yeah, some people don't wear socks. And like you said, athlete's foot. It's so much to think about. That's why I say I believe that we're all connected through germs in some form or another. It's just, it's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah. Just because that shoe store, they go in the back and bring you out a pair of shoes, don't tell how many people didn't pull the same shoes out.
Yeah.
And they didn't they didn't buy those shoes, they didn't want them. You know, and like, well, let me see something else.
And then with those same shoes, clothes, the shoe box, whatever's being touched. Okay, getting back to the whole restroom thing. When we did number 2, the first thing we touched was our pants before we wash our hands. When you go in the dressing room, you touching them same pants to take them off. Then you finna touch the pants that you finna put on.
Yep.
Then the cashier that's ringing you up, they finna touch the pants.
Yep.
Then they giving you a receipt. They giving you your bag. It's just a bunch of germs just going everywhere.
Germs, yeah. That's true.
It is wild.
That's why you have so many people have these phobias that, like the actor that didn't want to shake people's hands.
What was that man's name? Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes, yeah. That was the other guy that rich and just like a germaphobe.
Because he isolated himself from the public,
the whole world, yeah. But he was on a lot of. What drug was that he was on the most? Codeine.
I don't know. I remember I seen several things about his life story by documentaries, and I would have to see that again.
Yeah, they had him all doped up on a lot of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
that's another thing you got to be careful about when you start making a lot of money, and then you have certain people around you, especially like doctors.
I think the more money somebody make, the less people they can trust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just saying Michael Jackson's death alone, we don't really know how Michael Jackson died.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know what happened. We don't know how Prince really died.
Yep. Same thing. Yeah.
We don't know how Whitney Houston really died. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy. I think the more money,
that opens up on that. There's a lot of stories that can be made from those.
Yeah. And you know when you think about
unanswered questions, like unanswered questions that's floating around for years.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say too, when you think about like kings and queens, you know when their chefs cook their food, that same person that cooked the food, they gotta taste it.
Yeah. But then look at also going all the way back to even when Elvis died. That's why a lot of people don't believe that he's dead. A lot of people still think to this day that Elvis Presley is alive.
Wow.
They think that Bruce Lee, a lot of people thought that Bruce Lee wasn't dead. When I was coming up, that's how I used to hear all these stories about, because of the picture picture or the face they seen when he went from America to Hong Kong that didn't look like his face. They said it was a mask or something, but didn't say that about his son Brandon.
Brandon Lee.
Yeah, they didn't say that about Brandon, that they didn't think he was dead.
Wow.
But it's something you can't. Yeah, when it comes to money and people, you can't. A lot of people can't be trusted when you start making a lot of money, especially doctors, because doctors they'll get you on drugs, because that's just the illegal drug dealers. Have you come to them for all kinds of stuff. They
got that saying that they say is lonely at the top. Because I think the higher a person get, like say financial status for instance, I think the less people you can trust. Or just different ways. Because remember that one movie we seen from Kevin Hart? It was called...
oh, yeah. The Something Story. True Story.
Yeah, it's a movie from Kevin Hart. Yeah, I think we seen it on Netflix called True Story. Mm-hmm. And he couldn't trust his own brother. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just crazy. But
look at this. Cat Williams had $54 million stolen from him.
Damn.
from people that was supposed to be working for him. $54 million. I think it's a lawsuit he got going on right now still.
That is crazy.
Yeah, he had millions stole from him. Yeah. Melba Moore?
Melba Moore.
Yeah, her accountant. She woke up one day, all her money was going out the bank.
And
her accountant had left the country.
What was that Spanish female name? Selena?
That she got killed by her accountant.
That was crazy.
Or whoever she was, manager or something she was obsessed with her. And there's something about a ring that she gave her, and when she took that ring off, she shot her. Yeah, people are, when it comes to money, you can't trust people.
That's crazy.
Like, money is filled with germs.
Money is
people use everything from $1 to $100 to snort cocaine with
strip clubs, money being people's drawers and
panties.
Yep. Oh, it's a lot to think about.
Bra straps, underwear. I used to hide my money from my balls.
Wow. And then, not being funny, but you have like a lot of homeless people, they have money because a lot of homeless people harbor a lot of germs.
They coins in their socks.
Yeah, a lot of them harbor a lot of germs because they living out in the open of everything. So yeah, money is really filthy. And I'm not saying this for them to take money away because I think, it's just a thing about us just continuously washing our hands,
Yeah.
Because even with swiping credit cards and different things, you still got to tap your PIN number in. So it's like, you
actually got to use gloves or a handkerchief to push those buttons.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who the person behind, the person before you, digging in their ass, digging in their nose.
There's so much to think about.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Change their child diaper and then go tee.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah. And that was the problem I had when my father was living with us because honestly, Kevin, I can't count on one hand how many times I seen him wash his hands.
I don't think
the
whole time he was here, I hadn't seen him wash his hands.
It drove me.
And then all those wipes he had, he didn't even open them. They were still the fresh
every time. Yeah, we
wipes.
went to the VA, man. They hooked us up with so many wipes. Then we bought wipes, and it was just wipes. And he just was that. If you ain't gonna wash your hands, man, clean your hands with wipes.
He didn't even touch wipes.
Them wipes was not open. Like I'm like,
I came in here and I looked at the shelf and I'm like, he got all these wipes in here and not one of them open. You would think he had one would be open next to
you gotta show some
on his shelf next to his bed. But the only thing you saw was that big thing of piss.
If you ain't gonna be considerate to other people, love yourself. Love your hands. If you ain't gonna love your own self, then be considerate to other
Somebody
people.
Else,
Either way. Okay. A few more things. We've been at this for a while, y'all. The other thing. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna say. So when COVID did hit, the shops closed down and it was certain people that like Winston. I would go to Winston, and do Winston hair at his house. So that's when
he was a mobile barber.
Yeah, he opened my eyes to something during that time because when COVID hit, Winston was not leaving out the house. So he was getting like Amazon and different places to deliver his groceries and stuff. Mm-hmm. What he said made so much sense to me. He put everything in the kitchen and at the sink, soap and water, he washed everything.
Yep.
Potato
we
chip bags.
Doing that too.
Yeah, jars. Cause he was like, no, he said, motherfuckers been touching this shit. Yo, Winston Clay. I was like, oh yeah, cause COVID could get past. Yeah. Even though they delivering your stuff,
they still gotta touch it.
They gotta touch it, and then they go into different places where they touch it. This was the crazy thing. Cause this, when we was learning about, we never did DoorDash or Uber Eats and none of that. But what we were seeing with people that lived around us, we'll see the DoorDash people. They will put the food right there on the floor. I'm like, people walking to get in and out of their residence, and that's where they putting the food.
Well, that. Some people were putting chairs and boxes for them to.
Yeah, I seen less than that.
Yeah, but you saw more people.
Even though it was in a bag, it was still on the ground. And what the average person gonna do when they pick that up, they finna go sit it on the table.
On the table or the counter.
Which finna bring me to when people go grocery shopping. Okay, so when people go grocery shopping, you put all your bags in your car. Now when you get to your car, bags are going in your trunk, they're going in your seat, or they're going on your floor. When people get home, they take them same bags and they sit them on their counter, or they sit them on their dinner table. So everything that, wherever them bags have been sitting at, whether they were sitting in the chair, the vehicle seat where a bunch of booties that been at, whether they were sitting on the floor where a bunch of feet that been at shoes, whether they were sitting in your trunk where whatever been back there, when you get home and put them on your countertop, you got all of that germs that you represent you bringing into your kitchen. So it's just, and it's just so many things that we do as people where I think we don't really think all the way through. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can say during this epidemic, we did that. We handled that very well because we didn't, as far as out in the public and grocery stores. When we got our grocery home, we wiped down everything. When it was delivered, we wiped down it. It was delivered and we wiped down everything. The only time we caught it is when I went out in the public, went out to work, and got it from this guy. His son went to got a shot and went to a COVID party, and he got it.
A COVID party?
Yeah, teenagers, and he came and called me in his office for a meeting and shook my hand. And I wasn't even shaking people's hands. I was doing fist bumps, but that for some fucking reason I ended up shaking his hand. And somehow I either must have touched my face or something because it was hot and I was working on the machines. And then I was like, damn, I just put my hands, I think I said I just put my hands in my face. Then I went and washed my hands, but shit, shortly after that I was...
And it's crazy, y'all, because anytime something happened to him, I have to brace myself because I know I'm next. I'm holding on like...
But I knew.
But yeah, we made it through. Teamwork and
I knew once I lost my smell and my taste. I said that's gotta be what it was. And the craziest thing about it was, no matter how many times I've ever had a cold or flu, I can do some push-ups and I can cough. I can pull up cold and cough it up. That shit would not come out.
Wow.
No matter how hard I tried, but whoever engineered that was engineered. Because that whatever that muscle is that protects you from when you coughing up cold or something, it stopped that muscle from doing it. It would not go past your throat. Yeah. No matter how hard it made that muscle
holding on down there like.
Yeah, it was
remember
like it
that Mucinex commercial?
Yeah, it was like it wouldn't move. That whatever that muscle was, it wouldn't move.
Wow.
And I was like, what the hell? And then I was like, the final night that my feet were broken, all that stuff, I was so scared. I woke up that next day and that was it. I was like, I felt it like that night was the worst of it, and my body was gonna just kick it off. And then the next day after that I just started getting better and better and better. Yeah,
but we kept our same diet, how we eat, veggies and fruits. So we just amped it up even more.
And vitamins.
And the vitamins, and I think maybe we had it for a shorter amount of time than the average person.
I think it was like 6 days.
And when we had it, we was in the house isolated. We was living in a whole nother place during that time, and these apartments we was living in, we had this old man that used to always come by and compliment the plants, because everywhere we live, we have a garden. Even when we live in extended stay, we got plants out in front of our area. Wherever we stayed at, we've always grown plant life. So these specific apartments that we was living in, this old man used to come and compliment them all the time. So when we was ill with COVID, he started coming stealing plants. So I looked outside one day, he was walking off with I'm talking about we kept plants in 5-gallon buckets and plant containers and this and that, and it was that was just crazy.
Yeah,
I was so upset with him.
I could have whooped his old ass.
That was just not cool.
Yeah.
Let me see what else we got. I'm trying to go through this.
We had a segment on should old people get
the gold pass.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna.
He wouldn't have got the gold pass.
If I would have called him, he wouldn't have got to go. He would have got to go past the hospital.
Because the crazy thing about it is that I was nice to him when he would come by compliment. He'd be like, "Oh, you growing peppermint?"
I called him one time.
Then
I knew he was coming. I knew that's what he. If I would have came out there, that's what he was. I came all the way out the house. I came all the way out and walked up on him, and I could see I seen the nervousness in his face. you would come here to steal something. You wouldn't come here to look.
Yeah, he could have asked, because the crazy thing about it, like I said, when I be out tending to the plants, he'll come and compliment him and tell me about when he was a little boy, about, you know, peppermint is good for tea and basil. So I'm cutting stuff and I'll put stuff in the bag.
The whole thing.
And he's going home with good herbs and, you know, just different things. So it ain't like we were sharing tomatoes, you know, whatever. But what really touched me with the gardening that I was doing was like when this is what I'm gonna say about Hispanic people and people from the islands. They value plant life, fruits and vegetables way more than Americans do, because and Africans do too. Because
because there are some like there's growers on our page as well. There are some that
yeah, you're right. But yeah, what I was saying, the same apartments I'm talking about, where the man was stealing plants from us, the landscapers that came over there, they were Mexicans, and they really impressed me because there were plants out there that didn't have any fruits or vegetables on them yet, but just by how the leaf looked, they knew all of the plants by how the leaf looked.
Wow.
And not only that, they were asking me, you know, how much would I sell them like 10 tomatoes for? I'm like, you know, you want to buy, you know, I was like, no, this one lady asked me, I just gave them to her. She was like, free? Like, gratis? I'm like, yeah, no, yeah. That really touched me. Like, yeah, that was wild. But, yeah, I'm trying to hurry up. So we got another way people can get a bunch of germs is from the car wash. So when you go to the car wash and you vacuum your car out, you touching that vacuum thing that a lot of hands to touch. Then the little nozzle thing, that had been on people's floor, and then we put it in our seats. I'm saying we as in the public as people. So that's another way. Then the little spray gun that you use to, you know, spray your vehicle, then the scrub brush. Just everywhere that people touch, and all of us touch behind other people, we're all connected by germs. I'm trying to go through this part.
The laundromat.
The laundromat. Laundromat is a perfect example, yeah. It's just crazy. And with the laundromat, so if you can imagine, first of all, my firm belief is that when we wash our clothes, there's people in the world, I don't care what kind of washer and dryer you got, I don't think clothes come 1,000% clean. I think there's always some type of remaining something somewhere, even if it's microscopic.
That's why now they make a sanitizer.
Laundry sanitizer. So that means that they know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can imagine, say somebody that's not using laundry sanitizer, once their clothes went through the spin cycle and it's time to take it out the washer and put it into the dryer, they put it into the little metal carts with the wheels. Those clothes that are not 1,000% clean, they clean, but they're not clean.
They're still wet. So
they
when they're
wet.
wet, and that the germs that's in that water, once it dries, it's on that.
And if you can imagine that happening all day. All day, different clothes, different this,
and then the handles will push it to where it's going.
Yeah,
everybody's
it's just
touching that.
So many things, yeah. Because sometimes I done seen them handles, because you know they made out of a like silver thing. I done seen smudges on them handles. I'm like,
all the doors. The door coming in, the door opening.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But how many people sit on washers? That's why they got signs saying don't
sit. And the tables, the folding tables.
The folding tables.
Oh, the folding tables. People love to sit on the folding tables.
You're folding your clothes there. They're coming right out of the being washed and out of the dryer, going right with somebody to set their ass up.
And if you think about where you say you put your $20 bill in the change thing and drop the change, people scoop that up. So all of them fingers then.
Yep.
That shit is crazy.
It just goes on and on, just like in the grocery store. And how many people probably picked up that same tomato and put it down and found another tomato before they
Oh my goodness, wow.
Oh, I mean that's the topic is about germs and
we all connected through germs.
Everything, germs is on everything. That's why you gotta wash off all your fruit, and not just from the pesticides, from other hands. All your fruit, your vegetables gotta be washed. I don't know if people stop washing all their products from the grocery stores, but hey, that's still germs.
There go another one.
And that's that gallon of juice or that gallon of milk or gallon of water is going in your refrigerator. Other people probably didn't touch.
And the thing about that,
and put in the shelves. So
the stock people. Yeah. Everything that we buy from a grocery store, it has to be touched to be put on the shelves or in the freezers or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. That thing deep.
It is. Germs.
There go another one. Y'all ready? Them people that feel like they gotta go eat out at restaurants. The sit-in restaurant. The menu, the seat you sitting in, when that waitress or waiter come and they give you your silverware that they touching, when they come there with the thing with the plates and they hand you your plate, it's just, and they're just being in the whole atmosphere of the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? It's so much, man.
The cook had to touch that plate. The waitress had to touch that plate. Yeah. It
is so much. And we ain't make this episode to gross y'all out, but letting y'all see how we how we think. It's just crazy, man.
But you still gotta think that way because there's still constantly being things going on. After COVID, there was a 19 COVID. There was a COVID. 20,
they had different versions.
Yeah, they had a COVID. They got a COVID forever. If you get that COVID, you can't get rid of it. So there's still plenty. Then after the COVID thing, there was that monkey thing, monkeypox or something.
That's a lot.
Some other thing that came out. They were trying to say that was only gay people having it. So it just goes on and on.
Well, this disease is like, nope, they straight, bam, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was gonna say from what you have said, dang.
Which one?
I think it was something about the restaurant.
But the cook had to touch it, the waitress had to touch it.
Oh yeah, remember like how we done seen some restaurants, cause they give restaurants grades, and we done seen ones with D's and F's and stuff. Yeah, so that's a whole nother thing outside of what we're talking about. If you got a restaurant that ain't being as clean as they supposed to be, and the public don't know.
Roaches and rats.
Yeah. Cause I had this one person I know, they used to work at, I ain't gonna say what restaurant. He was a manager, but he went and got into some altercation with some other management or employee, whatever, but they wind up terminating him. And that's when he started talking about how when they drop fish on the floor, they still cook it. And he was like, you see the bottom of my shoe? I said, yeah. He said he done seen somebody drop a whole case of fish or burger patties or whatever. And now they still cooking and serving to the customers.
They put it on the stove for a couple of seconds and then
so that's once he won that no more.
I almost said the name of this fast food restaurant that I worked in that did that.
That's crazy.
Rush hour came and we was making these burgers and this cook dropped a whole tray, like probably 24 burgers. They picked them up and set them on the stove, put some onions on them, some salt and pepper, and put them right on the burgers.
Wow.
Yeah, it was rush hour.
And I ain't finna, cause that can go on and on. But
how they used to wash their floors, they'll take a hose out of the from the one of the areas that's from the wash, like the back. They have a washer, a big sink in the back. They put a hose to it, and they wash the whole floor. And then floor squeegee.
I remember when I was in college and I worked in a restaurant. They used to spray everything.
They have the fatigue masks with a holes in them, the thick plastic.
Yep, and you can put your finger in it. Yeah, I remember all that. Yeah, but I'm gonna say this last thing about this one restaurant that this female got fired from, and she was talking. She had reported them because it was a mice in their buns, like they had, the buns for the burgers. So they was able to get the mice out of the buns, but they still served the buns. Wow. Because they used to toast the buns before. Yeah, they still, they didn't throw it.
Oh, that's just nasty.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let that go after that. But
Now, that's on that manager. That manager he definitely should have been fired.
The next thing I'm finna talk about.
It ain't gonna hurt him none. That's coming out of their budget to get her. Yeah. To throw away those buns and get some fresh ones.
Yeah. The next thing I'm finna talk about, I know situations where people that went to visit people at hospitals and people get sick from being in hospital atmospheres.
Staph. What's it called?
Staph?
No, it's a name for the virus that you catch like that in the hospital.
Staphylococcus?
Some staph. They call it staph or something.
Okay, that might be one of the germs. There might be a lot. But yeah, I know situations where people went to visit people in the hospital, and from them being in a hospital atmosphere, they gained some kind of virus or illness from being in the hospital. So yeah.
The thing about it, when you be seeing people walking around in the streets when they scrubs, half of those people they're not wearing it for the.
You hit a good one.
They're not wearing them for the, some people wear them just because of the, they scrubs.
Yeah.
But the people that actually work in the hospitals, that's their uniforms.
Yeah.
And they're walking around in the publics, on the bus, on the trains, in the grocery stores.
When we got back here from California.
And that goes both ways because they're spreading the germs in the public and taking germs back into the hospital.
You hit a.
So that's going both ways, and people don't.
Wow.
I would stay away. I would
deep.
actually stay away from people if you
That
see
is
them with
deep.
scrubs on. Yeah,
That
because
is
they're
deep.
taking they're bringing the hospital germs. Let's say they done been in somebody had some type of airborne disease, and they got a mask on, but it's still scrubs.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna go in a restaurant and order food or coffee. They're gonna stand there and wait.
That is deep.
Then they can catch the bus and the train.
That is deep.
And then they're gonna take those street the germs and then call guy on the bus and the train, and then to the restaurant and bring them back into in the hospital.
And guess what? They're taking them home.
And then home, yeah.
That is deep.
Yeah.
And
in a nightclub, you see them in the nightclubs.
Can I
scrubs on.
Can I piggyback? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy. The piggyback on that, the way we see people that work at restaurants have their aprons and everything on.
Yeah.
Me and Kel talk about these things like, okay, I ain't gonna say no names again, but I'm gonna say this one restaurant where we used to eat at. So you can see, like if you on the bus, on the train, in public, they already have their uniform on before they go to the restaurant, which means if you got your apron on and your work uniform, if you're in the atmosphere with somebody to sneeze, cough, whatever the case may be, you taking that to work.
Yeah.
There's one restaurant, I ain't gonna say the name, but people might figure it out, but I don't care because, where we used to go get our food, and then it was the table where they make your food, and then they ask you what you want. And then when they reach for whatever you want, I done seen their apron or their shirt like on our food.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. But 90% of the people, the teenagers they hire, and half the adults wear their uniforms and stuff, catching a bus and the train, and walking in Publix, and then in public, and then they're gonna go into the restaurants and into the grocery stores, and they're working.
That's a lot to think
They're wearing it to work and wearing it home.
That's a lot to think about.
Yeah. Now I gotta say that with this particular restaurant that I worked in back then, because I think things were different in the days, we couldn't wear our uniforms until we got to work, and they would tell you that. Yeah,
because I think you should take your uniform with you, like in a backpack or something, and then you should change into it when you get there.
And they'll send us to the back to change our uniforms and our clothes be hung up in it. Yeah, that back in the days, that's how we used to have to dress. We couldn't just come in already dressed.
Mm-hmm. We almost there. The next thing, getting microscopic. Your mail they get delivered, they get touched by the hands of a male woman or male man. You know what I'm saying? So
and they're sorting it.
Cause you remember what happened before with the and the sorting, they sorting it at the post office or wherever it gets sorted at. And remember when some people were having
if you dropping off at the airport at the post office, or if you dropping it off inside the little thing, somebody got to pick it up from there. Then it's got to be sent to the post office and then get sorted there.
And that blue box where you touch the handle to open that. How many hands? That germ thing is serious.
People touch that thing and then not even put no mail in it.
Yeah.
Just playing around.
Just hear the sound and dum dum dum. Yeah,
some
it's
kids
crazy.
and some adults.
Yeah, it's wild, y'all, man. So yeah, this episode wasn't to gross y'all out, but just letting y'all see, how serious the whole germ. And I think from this episode, ain't no telling what this might send out in the world. People might be more.
Well, hopefully.
More thoughtful.
Yeah, hopefully it make people
things.
open their eyes more and think about that's how we lost so many people to COVID, because they wasn't washing their hands enough, or they wasn't educated enough on germs, or they didn't just think enough about how germs is transferred.
That's crazy. Another one. I used to work at a library. I used to be a librarian. Them books people check out.
So many people, yeah. They're at people's houses for days at a time or weeks at a time.
Yeah, because they also have where you can check out DVDs, or if you still got VCR, cassette tapes, all of those things that people check out. Oh, I'm finna gross you out. I don't know if they still do that, but back in the day when you can go to what do they call those stuff? I ain't gonna say the P word, but pornography.
Oh yeah.
When people go rent pornography movies.
Wow, yeah.
Can y'all imagine?
From the VHS to the
the DVDs.
Yeah.
That's probably a mega super germ. If you going to,
and not to mention how some guys are compared to females.
What, as far as cleanliness?
Not only cleanliness, what they do watching the movies, and then they take the movie out and
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you guys.
I don't know if they still rent videos like that. They probably do.
They do.
Wow, it's just a lot to think about.
The Starship and
oh yeah, those stores are still out there. Yeah.
What's the other one called?
But yeah, that one came. That ain't even on the list.
Yeah.
And I'm finna talk about another thing. Remember we seen that documentary about hotels?
Mm-hmm.
We seen the documentary where they went in a hotel room with a certain kind of light to show you all of the different things that was in there.
What do they call the black light? It's a black fluorescent light. The black one.
Yeah, whatever this light was, it showed you.
Room.
Yeah, it showed you. Yeah, and it, man, what they showed us in that hotel room.
Yeah.
Even cause some hotels got the glass cups, like when you brush your teeth and you put the water to go. They showed you the glass, and you could see what somebody's lip DNA was still on the glass. Yep. So that means that glass, it looked clean.
Yeah, when their machines that they use to wash glasses and spoons, it's supposed to be like really hot. It's supposed to be like some people don't. Yeah, just regular hot water ain't gonna do it. It's got to be hotter than your average hot water.
And we had our experience before, because one year we had went to Miami. Remember, we went to that one hotel room that we was in there yeah, we went to this one hotel and you could just feel that the room wasn't clean. That probably, out of all hotels we've been at, that probably was the most uncomfortable feeling. We didn't even get under the sheets, the blankets.
Yeah, that was because it was a rush thing. We got there late.
Yeah, we found something on last minute short notice and we went in there, we was clenched. Didn't get under the blankets or nothing. It just didn't feel clean. But I think we stayed there for one night because we needed to be there long enough to get to sleep. Because, you know, we had drove to Florida to Miami.
Like
so, yeah.
14-hour drive.
That was my worst experience ever at any hotel. Like, that was really super
I don't think we ever experienced it anywhere else.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. The next thing... rental vehicles, U-Haul trucks, etc., that other people use. That's something to think about.
Since you already said U-Haul.
Moving truck. I'm not saying U-Haul specifically, but moving trucks. U-Haul is a company that rent out moving trucks.
Remember the rental truck we rented? We rented that truck and somebody was in the back there screwing.
Yeah, y'all.
And I had to drive that truck. Where did I wash that truck at?
This one year... we washed it at the place where we lived at before we loaded it up. So yeah, this one year, because we told y'all we move a lot. We're nomadic. It just means, you know, we just be on the go. So we did the U-Haul truck online where you reserve your truck and you take, however you do that, you take your phone to the truck when it's time to pick the truck up. And they give you the thing, they had this thing on the wall and they tell you what your key and what box, and you put your code in there, you get your key. So, you know, a part of renting a truck, once you get it, you got to take pictures of, like, where the gas mileage at, where the gas level is, what the mileage is. You got to lift the back up and take a picture, you know, seeing that it's clean and clear. We get to the back part, we trying to lift the back part up. It's people in the back of the truck doing the nasty. And they was fighting. To keep it down while we trying to pull it up, so we realized what was taking place and
call 911.
Yeah, we called the popos, we called the police, and that was just crazy. But if you can imagine,
all trucks, it had to be the truck that we was
getting. But what we getting at with that, speaking on germs again, if they back there doing the nasty, y'all can imagine germ wise. So before we got the truck, you know, police got there and everything, and before. The police this lady got out holding herself, and the guy got out his clothes and apologized or whatever, and that was crazy. But if you can imagine the floor and whatever. I ain't finna get deep into that and the smell, but yeah, so we had to clean that truck out before we started loading our stuff up on it. Yeah, so it just you remember that because I ain't even
Mm-hmm. That's because we were talking about germs and you mentioned moving vans.
Yeah. The next one I'm finna say, we just recently experienced this where we mentioned this in one of our videos. We left out of Walmart and we seen this couple, this male and this female walking into Walmart, and the guy, like he opened his pants and he had his hands in his pants moving all the way around. I guess his drawers was bunched up. I don't know. But he had his hands like smoothing everything around all the way around to his butt and then came back to the front with his hands in there. So I'm like, he about to go in Walmart and touch things.
Touch stuff, yeah.
After he done been in his...
Mm-hmm. All in his business.
It's just crazy.
And somebody commented that he was
making sure his gun was... Yeah, somebody commented in our video for that. They said he was making sure his gun was positioned right.
Right, yeah.
Even if that was the case, his hands was still in there like...
Both of them.
I was like, man.
From the front to the back.
Another thing. We'll be done with this episode soon. When people use the restroom, so you know how you got the toilet lid, right? So once you use the restroom, when you flush your toilet, microscopically, what you don't see, a big old whoosh.
You hear it. Once you hear that whoosh, that force of air, that's why the toilet is shaped like this.
Yeah.
That with that bend, that circle bend in it, it keeps the air, what's it called? They call it the sewage air. It keeps that from coming all the way out.
Yeah. So when y'all hear that
flush, that suction pulls that water out, but some still comes like you don't see it.
It's a microscopic spray that comes out of your toilet, and it's like a mushroom. It goes up and then it spreads. So if you flush your toilet and you don't put that seat down,
you smell it.
That whole micro is going all the way up to your ceiling.
If you smell it, that lets you know it's in the air.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go at, if you ever flush the toilet, you smell. Have you ever noticed that?
I know what you're talking about.
You smell the you don't smell the. You know you still smell like. But once you hear,
I know what you're talking about.
That's a sewage smell you smell.
And then, cause you got some people that like to sit on the toilet and flush it while they sitting on it. Your ass, you blocking everything.
You blocking it from hitting the ceiling.
And it's hitting all up in your undercarriage, just getting the full blast of it. And I know it feel like a cool wind or whatever. Cause when I was a kid. When I was a child, I used to flush that toilet like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
You think you're giving a courtesy flush.
Yeah, all of that.
A courtesy flush.
That microscopic spray is just all up, just hitting you hard.
Yeah, you might as well hop into the shower if you're sitting on the toilet doing that. And then the pies.
If you're a female and you flush that toilet while you're sitting on there.
That pie getting it all.
Wow. And I'm going to say this last thing about the toilet. So y'all notice how the toilet seat, there's a little open space between the toilet seat and the actual toilet. Mm-hmm. What that open space is to allow air through. So that means that even when you close your toilet lid, that spray still comes up and it hits your lid. And it comes out through that little opening part. So that means
the floor in the tub.
Your bathroom floor.
In your tub.
Yeah. You ain't got it ceiling-wise and wall-wise, but it's on the lower portions of your... So, in my opinion, the bathroom is the dirtiest place in the house. And the cleanest place in the house is supposed to be the kitchen. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the bathrooms are really nasty. And that used to gross me out with this one friend
That's
girl.
That's why you have to clean your restroom frequently.
A lot, yeah. And we stay spraying bleach on our bathroom floor every day.
And if you smell bleach, you know you're killing germs in the air.
Yeah. But this one friend of ours, I'm going to just say it, because I think I explained that to her. Yeah, I did. So she used to have this thing where when she had to use the restroom, she used to like her dog to come in there with her when she was in the restroom. And I had to explain to her, when your dog walk around on that bathroom floor, that dog paws is picking up whatever you got going on your bathroom floor. And next thing you know, The dog is in her bed. The dog is in her lap.
Couch.
The dog is on the sofa. All of that is just spreading everywhere. And I told her, I said, I'm finna gross you out. But check this out. Yeah, our dogs do not go in the bathroom. Like, they know that. And you gotta be careful with dogs, because everywhere they walk, they pause, you know.
When
we take them out, go ahead, I know what you're about to say.
When we walk them out and bring them back in the house, before they even go anywhere past that door, we clean their feet off.
Yeah, they know, they stand there, they lift a foot, and we have soap and, towels, and yeah, we clean their paws off. And yeah, that's crazy.
You cannot stop well, you can, but animals are used to just jumping up on you or putting their hands on you or touching stuff.
Okay,
so
we
that's
got a
one
couple
way it's
more.
not transferring germs.
Yeah, because there was one person we know, this one customer I had, he was broke out all on his neck real bad, and he was trying to figure out what it was. So that's when, remember he had the dog, I was explaining to him, because I said, do your dog sleep? He like, yeah, his dog sleeps in the bed with them, his dog be on a pillow and all that. I said, so I gave him a scenario, and I said, everything that your dog has on their paws, it's in your bed. Because, some people take their dogs to walk where other dogs use the bathroom. So if your dog accidentally step on another dog pee or boo-boo, or their own pee or boo-boo, and that's on their paws, and they get in your bed, on your pillow, your sofa, where you laying there with your skin exposed, it can break you out. So yeah, so I broke that down to him to make him understand, and I think it's a lot of stuff that we don't think about when it comes to germs, but I think that if we were more alert, I think it would be a lot less illnesses.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? On different levels.
Like I just said before, if a lot of people were more educated about germs and the transfer of germs and viruses, when COVID hit, there'd be a lot more people here. And
I don't think we can just escape germs. I think it's a thing. But like you said,
and there's more still to come in the future. So we never know what to expect the next time. So, I mean, washing your hands is very critical. You got to wash your hands. You got to wipe off surfaces. And anything that you don't want to anything that just smells nice and fresh is not always good if it's not killing germs. Like they upped the biggest cleaner that a lot of people used to use is called Fabuloso. Fabuloso now kills germs. It's kills 99.9% of germs.
I like Fabuloso.
Yeah, but before that it didn't. So now it does.
And I'm gonna get back to the shop situation. I'm gonna let that go. But this one we had our own shops. This one customer came in the shop. They was in the waiting area waiting for their turn. And I knew that was my last day servicing that person. And if they asked me why, I was going to tell them, do you know this customer sat there in the waiting area? Because our waiting area was nice. It was like a movie theater. Like we had a TV.
I guess that made them feel important.
Yeah, so this one customer sat there, took their shoes off, took their socks off, took some lotion out, and put lotion in their hands. And while they watching TV, they lotion in their feet. I don't miss a beat. I was like, okay, so after they finish this, it makes sense to go to the restroom to wash your hands. This customer didn't wash their hands. So I had to, because I'm very mental with germs, so I paid them attention. Even though I'm working, everything they touch, I'm like, I got to go back and Lysol this and bleach this, doorknobs, blah, 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 blah. And thankfully, they was paying me with the I think it was the square. Yeah, so I ain't had to touch money or nothing from them. But that was my last time servicing them. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not, no, you grown. This ain't no child. I'm like, yeah,
they thought they were cute.
Yeah, that ain't cute to me. Whether you male, whether you female, that is not cute to be lotioning your feet in public and then you ain't wash your hands.
Yeah, male.
And then we don't want to see your feet. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to smell what might be coming out of your shoes or your socks. Like, nah. Is it that important to lotion your feet? Like, no.
You should have did it before you came here to the barbershop.
That is crazy. And this the other one, and I'm good. So we had this thing. Well, we used to go out a lot to clubs. You know, we still like to dance, but we don't dance as much as we used to. But some clubs that we've been to, they'll have areas where you got this long line of people waiting for their hot wings and their fries. I can't eat in no club. I'm so sorry.
Not a nightclub.
Yeah. I can't eat in no club where it's like 11, 12 midnight, where they cooking food.
And people dancing and eating their food.
Yeah, we done seen some nasty stuff in clubs. And when you gay clubs, straight clubs, clubs. Like different clubs. Well, yeah, people be on the dance floor with they little chicken basket, eating a drumstick, you know, people licking their fingers, and then the atmosphere of the club. If you think about the atmosphere of a club, I don't care if it's gay, straight, bi, tri, whatever your thing is, people in there dancing and sweating. It's a level of strong moisture in the atmosphere of a club where you got multiple people perspiring. That we...
Yes, it's sweat and cologne and...
perfume and... So yeah, I can't. We used to see people in there eating their food, like licking their fingers and they drink, and it got me to the point where I didn't even want to get drinks from clubs anymore because I'm like, yeah. And
if we got a drink, it had to be a beer that had to just
something that just got opened. Yeah, it just. Yeah, that germ thing is serious.
Yeah.
And we are all connected by germs. Like I don't think it's no way to escape it, but I think within our travel through it, I think we can be a little more aware and, well, not a little, but a lot more aware and alert of, you know, things. And I think we'll live more healthier lives, I guess, you know. But, yeah, that's...
And we'll be more concerned with each other also with, okay, if I got a cold, I'll be more concerned about making sure I cough in my hand, or have a paper towel, or use my arm. I wash my hands before I touch something somebody else do. Cause like even when I know I have allergies. Even when I touch pens at work, that's what made me say that. Like Thursday, I looked at the hand sanitizer stuff because I squirt some in my hand and I wiped it on the pen because I had just got to blow on my nose and I didn't want nobody to think that, you know, if I had a cold or anything, they're not going to get it because I'm wiping the, you know.
Being considerate. Yeah, I don't think people do that. I think people just do them.
If I got to touch something somebody else touch, I make sure I do that. And then like this past year where I work, it's the first time so many people got colds and sick. Because I used to wipe everything down. I got so used to doing it at the hardware store I worked at that when I came over working with this company, seeing how people move around, I was like, well, I'm not gonna bring, you know, I'm not gonna bring it home to my household so people in my house get sick. I'm wiping shit down so I won't, you know, that won't happen again. So I helped a lot because I know a lot of those people I work with have children. So I'm like, I'm looking out for them as well as myself. So I was wiping stuff down, and I did that for almost 4 years.
You said something important. Children. Can you imagine daycares?
Yeah, and you know how kids are.
Yeah. Daycares. And when you were saying something about the hardware store, I remember you had introduced me to this one product that you spray the surface with it and it creates a barrier.
That was
that lasts for 24
something
hours.
Armor, yeah.
Yeah. It's this one spray that Kev had.
But the thing about it is you got to use it the right way. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to spray it and let it sit for, I think it's 30 seconds or a minute and 30 seconds. Then you wipe it off, and then it leaves that barrier for 24 hours.
And germs could touch the barrier, and it's good. That's why. Yeah, he had told me about this one spray. It kept a 24-hour barrier, and no matter what germs, I had never heard of that. Like that sounds magical.
But it was a strong. That lets you know it's a strong product.
Yeah.
But if you look at Lysol and everything else, how Lysol works, people don't even read the cans. Some people just spray. Some people just spray and let it. You can spray and let it. The more you let it stay, if it dries, it's going to kill germs. But to kill the germs, you can't spray it on something and just wipe it off. Because it's going to kill the top layer, but anything under that is going to be still there. Gotcha. So you got to let it sit for at least 30 seconds and then wipe it off.
There go another one. People that go to church and they let pastors lay hands on them. So if you can imagine a long line of people waiting, when that pastor, he or she, because they got females that do it nowadays too, when they put their hands and they lay hands on people, they touching touching, all this different,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because their pastor not washing their hands every time.
Near your eyes.
Yeah, they not washing their hands every time they touch somebody. So yeah, it's just a lot to think about.
Yeah.
And then you don't even know if their pastor hands was clean before they got on the stage. So yeah, it's just it's a lot. But yeah, y'all, that
And what he was doing.
or she.
Or she. Yeah, they doing that everything in churches now.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah. So we thank y'all for tuning into this episode with us, and we happy that we was able to do it. And we like really sleepy right now.
Yeah, this is the latest.
This the latest. We ain't gonna even tell y'all what time it is.
Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
Thanks for all the cash apps and donations.
Yeah. We finna take y'all out. That first song we did is called My Third Eye, made by yours truly, Kevin Upson, Steve Osborne. The second song we did was called Don't Stop Until You Get Enough, made by yours truly, Steve Osborne, Kevin Upson. And we finna take y'all out on them songs again. The first one is called My Third Eye, and the second one's called Don't Stop Until You Get Enough. Peace out. We appreciate y'all. Let's take it to the moon.
I started my third eye because it won't let me be. I've been taken to really low destinations, but somehow I keep rising. I keep defying gravity. Is there gravity or is the mass just me? Is the earth really flat? Can you imagine that? What if we live in a dome? What if there is no other place in this galaxy to call home? What if pain really feels good? Cause it's pain that shapes us, right? What if the ones we love, we have to fight? What if we really get more work done at night? My third eye keeps me in tune with things. It guides me. It's amazing. Third eye. Third eye. Exist. Upright is pineal gland. I'm bowing down and I evolve with this. Ready for the trip. I have a sister and a brother. Two Martians just like this. They're what I call heroes. They shining in the sun. Powerful conquerors. Forceful golden ones. Sources where life comes from. Strong focus, balance and beyond. Parallel roads, same journey. We learning, becoming creatures made anew. Lyrics keep coming through. Third eye. Third so high, I spy with my third eye. Portals, warp zones, phone home. I made it. Tesseract, dimensions, zoning, travel, insight, the force perception, reality. Third eye. Third.
And as we promised y'all, we got our next one coming up. And it is called Don't Stop Until You Get Enough. Like to hear it? Here it go.
Close your eyes.
Don't stop.
until you get enough. Don't stop 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 until you get enough. Get it with it. Chuck it, yeah. Lose yourself in the music. Don't stop until you get enough. 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 A moment of clarity. Live in the feeling. Give yourself to the music. Don't stop until you get enough. 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 Don't stop until you get enough.
Nice.
Woo! Thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all. We will see y'all next time. Maybe not this late, but we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace and love.
Peace.